Hello, and welcome to Allison in Wonderland. I'm Allison in Wonderland. In today's travels, we're driving to the backwoods of Arkansas. Are you wanting to see some amazing scenery? Are you wanting to hear some creepy tales deep in the woods alone? The Dog Boy. The name sounds kind of goofy, or actually, even kind of like Goofy. But if you find yourself at 65 Mulberry Street, in the middle of the minuscule Arkansas town of Quitman, you won't laugh if you see the hulking outline of a 300-pound half-man, half-beast, complete with glowing animal eyes, glaring out of windows. Walk quickly, as he has been known to chase people down his street, biting at their heels. Kind of like a dog, actually. Where does the story come from, you may ask? This is actually the rare urban legend where the story behind the story ends up being even creepier than the folklore. Jerald Beetus, the only son of the Beetus family of 65 Mulberry Street, was always a problem child. Not in the cute Junior Healy way either. Beetus would collect and torture animals, hence the Dog Boy name, before turning his sociopathic focus to his elderly parents, allegedly imprisoning them in their own home and potentially even murdering his father. Eventually, Beetus would be imprisoned for growing marijuana on his back porch and would die in a state penitentiary in 1988 of a drug overdose. Natural Steps. A unique geological formation along the banks of the Arkansas River, Natural Steps is a small town with an unsettling history of buildings, structures, and people disappearing. Days after a local couple's wedding atop the Natural Steps, the groom perished from a sudden and mysterious illness. Overwhelmed with grief, the widow disappeared after the funeral, many believed by committing suicide by jumping off the Natural Steps. Residents and visitors alike have since reported seeing a woman in white strolling within the town. During the Civil War, Confederate forces are believed to have sunk their own gunboat containing vast sums of gold in order to keep the Union troops at bay. 3 Confederate soldiers died during the explosions, and their graves can be found in this town's cemetery. Legend has it, on moonlit nights, the ghosts of the 3 soldiers march in a single file line to the Arkansas River to uncover their hidden treasure. The Allen House. The Allen House, located in Monticello on North Main Street, is definitely an eye-catching structure, and takes visitors aback upon first glance with its 3-story grandeur. But what goes on inside the house may be too much for you to handle. The house was owned by the prosperous Allen family until the 1980s, and seemed to be just the right place for Mr. Allen and his wife to raise their family until they passed away, which is what they both did. But in the late 1940s, one of his young daughters, Liddell, tragically took her own life. The act may be what has led to a series of inexplicable and frightening experiences, such as figures appearing in photographs taken in the house or furniture being rearranged. Liddell's spirit is said to be the driving force behind the unexplained occurrences in the house, which is open to the public every Halloween so people can get a good look for themselves and see what's happening there. Strange annual visits at Moss Mountain Farm. Moss Mountain Farm has become a popular spot for Halloween tours, and a legend behind the property may have something to do with this attraction. It's said that an Englishman naturalist and traveler who settled on Moss Mountain in the early 19th century with his crew of men who were mysteriously murdered on Halloween night in 1819. Those who take a tour of the property on Halloween are said to feel the presence of the unfortunate souls. Brushes with greatness at Mount Holly. Along with a number of local historic luminaries and prominent Arkansas names, 14 state Supreme Court justices, 4 United States senators, 4 Confederate generals, and 21 Little Rock mayors are buried at Mount Holly Cemetery. If that's not cool enough, the cemetery is said to have spirits roaming on a regular basis, dressed in the clothing of their era. Who knew? A ghost hunter with just the proper attitude and courage might be able to carry on a conversation with a celebrity spirit. Hey y'all, Allison in Wonderland here. Please comment, like, and share my video. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell icon. If there is a story you'd like for me to narrate in a future video, my email's in the description. And until next time...